Hello everyone, so this is just a quick video explaining and looking over the class tuning incoming on the 24th of January. So this is gonna be with the next reset. First up, let's look at DK. So Bone Shield now grants armor based on 80% of strength was 70, so a bit more armor from the Bone Shield, which is pretty nice. Frost damage increased by 4%, Unholy, all damage by you and your pet increased by 4%. These changes are actually pretty nice. I mean, for Frost it should be a bit higher, because they're still not that competitive. Next one, Feral Druid. So, Feral Druid is going to get Rip, 10%, Rake, 5%, Primal Wrath, 10%, Feral Frenzy, 5%, Luna Inspiration, 10, and Rampant Ferocity damage increased by 25. So it's a decent start, but they're still not that high, at least for Mythic Plus. So this is going to be a nice bump for them. Resto Druid. Swiftment is being lowered in the mana cost. Grove Guardians, mana cost reduction. Yeah, as is Wild Growth, Regrowth, and Efflorescence. So they just nerfed the damage, the mana cost a tiny bit. It's not really gonna be that noticeable, but I mean it's fine. Survival Hunter. All damage dealt by you and your Hunter pet abilities is now increased by 4%. That's really nice, but once again, Survival Hunter and Frost DK are about in the same, so they need more than just 4% to actually be really competitive in Mythic Plus, especially because their damage isn't that bad, but their utility is lacking. So in order for them to be more competitive in Mythic Plus, if not having the right utility, is going to be having massive damage. So, Holy Paladin. Shield of Righteous damage increased by 30% and Consecration damage increased by 30%. This is going to be really good in Mythic Plus, where Holy Paladin is a bit struggling right now, but they will get after it, no doubt about that. Red Paladin though. Wake of Ashes damage increased by 20, Thru's Wake damage increased 28, Seething Flame damage increased by 28, Blade of Justice damage increased by 20, and Final Verdict increased by 10. This is gonna be massive, because Red Paladin is actually really good in Mythic Plus right now, so they're gonna be slapping even harder. A bit too much maybe, but yeah, we'll see. Holy Priest. Holy Word Sanctify healing increased by 25, Heal increased by 25, Flash Heals healing increased by 15, Chastise damage increased by 30, Smite damage increased by 30, and Shadow Word Pain increased by 15. These changes are gonna be massive. But Holy Priests were a bit lacking in the Mythic Plus department, really strong in raid. So this is just gonna plant them even harder in raid, and actually giving them a fair buff in Mythic Plus. Shadow damage is also being increased by Mind Blast 10%, Devouring Plague 10%, Shadow Abbreviation damage increased by 20, and Psychic Link now causes you direct damage to inflict 30 of their damage inflicted by Vampiric Touch was 25, so that's a 5% increase. These are also massive, because this was just the other week changed from 15 up to 25, and now even further to 30. So Shadow plus the next tier set. I know there's gonna be a lot of tuning before the next Mythic Plus season, but if they keep these and give them their old setback and stuff like that, they're gonna be really good again. Resto Shaman. All healing increased by 5%, Lava Burst damage increased by 20, Flame Shock increased by 20, and Lightning Bolt increased by 20. These are really nice, because Resto Shaman actually does pretty decent damage in Mythic Plus as it is, so these are just gonna be even better. Arms Warrior. Cleave damage increased by 10%, Dreadnought increased by 30, Deep Wounds increased by 15, and their 4-set bonus damage for the triggered Thunderclap was increased by 200%, was 100%. So that's a 100% increase on their 4-set, which is pretty nice. Protection. Vanguard now grants 40% increase to stamina, was 35, so 5% increase, and Ignore Pain Absorb increased by 5%. So that's actually really nice. Prot Warrior is actually not bad. I mean, they can do they can do pretty nice keys. So the arms changes are also going to be really exciting, because arms right now is the lowest in the melee tier. So maybe this is enough. I kinda doubt it, but it would be nice. And some PvP changes that I'm not into. So these were just some fast overview of the next weekly resets and the class tuning. So that's all for me. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.